Hello and welcome to another lesson in my beginner guitar YouTube series. In this lesson I'll be learning how to play major bar chords on the guitar. Now I do understand, as a beginner guitar player, learning bar chords is going to be very difficult. However, if you follow all the advice that I give you in this tutorial, as well as frequently practice, I guarantee you that you'll be playing bar chords very quickly. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, it really does mean a lot. Please like and subscribe, as well as check out any other videos that I've got on my channel. Straight into the lesson then. What I'm going to show you first is how to play a major bar chord that is rooted on the 6th string. For example, this G, the root note is the G there, which is situated on 3rd fret on the 3rd fret, on the 6th string. Now, to play a bar chord, you need to use your first finger. I'll demonstrate it here at the G. And what you want to do, you want to use the size of your finger to just create a bar across the guitar and apply enough pressure, which means that all the strings will be ringing out. Now, I don't want you to press on too hard, as it will damage your fingers and it will eventually limit your playing. What you need to do is just find the even amount of pressure using not the flat bit of your finger, using the side of your finger, pressed against a fair amount of pressure, but not too much. And what you want to also do is make sure that your thumb is just supporting your finger. Your thumb wants to be just where your finger is at the back of the fretboard, just placed against it to keep it sturdy. Then what you want to do, you want to get your other 3 fingers and you want to situate them as you would do for an E major chord. Now this is the same for any bar chord that you play. Say it's in F or it's in E up here, the shape is exactly the same. So if I'm demonstrating it for a G major bar chord, you want to put your bar on, make sure that all your notes are ringing out, and you've got your thumb just in place. Make sure that that bar is nice and strong. Then you want to situate your fingers as you would for an E chord. So in this case, you want to put your 2nd finger on the 3rd string inside fret 4, your 4th finger, your 3rd finger, your 3rd finger on string 5 in fret 5, and you want to put your little finger just underneath that one. All together, you've got your E shape, move it across, put your bar down, and that is your G major bar chord. You'll notice that it's just the same as playing an open G. Now what you want to do is just pick through the bar chord and recognise whether any notes are not ringing out. If any notes, including the 6th string or the bottom 2 strings, or the high 2 strings, sorry, are not ringing out, that means there's a problem with your bar, and it'll probably mean that you're not gripping off tightly enough. But don't worry if you can't get the note string out straight away, it's all about muscle memory and pure practice. Strum down your chord, you want to make sure that none of these 3 fingers are muting any strings above. You want to make sure that your bar is nice and strong, and all fingers are ringing out, all notes are ringing out. Now, so say if I wanted to go from a G to an A, the good thing about major bar chords, if you go from a major bar chord to a major bar chord, there is no shape change. So if I want to go from G to an A, it's all the same. To an F, down the 1st fret, it's exactly the same. Make sure that you keep on, whenever you get a minute, just holding down this chord, strumming through, sliding it down into different positions, and eventually your finger strength will build up, your muscle memory will build up, and you will be able to play the chord no matter how hard it seems at the minute. Now, to play an A-rooted major bar chord, what I want you to do, I'll demonstrate it on the D, is use your bar, but only bar the top 5 strings. Placing your thumb, like I've just shown you, just where the bar is. What I want you to do is use your fingertip and just mute string 6 so it's not ringing out, because you only want to play your top 5 strings when playing an A-shaped rooted major bar chord. What you want to do is use your 3rd finger and just bar across 2 frets from your bar, strings 2, 3 and 4. You want to make sure that all 5 strings are still ringing out, even when you've got your A shape down. Strum through your chords, make sure that every note is ringing out. If it's your 5th string and your 1st string that isn't ringing out, it's a problem with your bar. You want to make sure it's nice and solid. All your notes are ringing out from your bar. You want to make sure your thumb's in the right position, supporting it. Place your finger down, barring the strings 2, 3 and 4, and then that is your A. Well, it technically is a D major. It's the same for any bar chord that's rooted on the 5th string. It's all the same shape, it's just as your 6th string bar chords. Now, you want to make sure that you are playing it with your 3rd finger and not your little finger, as it will make it hard for your 1st string to ring out. It may feel easier at the time, but you don't want to develop any bad guitar habits. Just power on playing through with your 3rd finger, making sure that no strings are muted and all strings are ringing out. And after a few practices, changing between them, strumming, getting your finger strength up, getting your muscle memory up, I promise you, you will be able to. And that is the end for today's video. I do understand that it will have been a tricky lesson. However, make sure that you keep following the tips that I've gave you and practicing regularly, and I assure you that bar chords will come naturally to you at some point soon. Please like, comment and subscribe, and keep one eye out for any of my future uploads. Thank you so much for watching.
Leaning to breathe relief from decreasing self-belief. People long to feel around here.